So, but we do have one movie that we both liked, and that was called Brideshead Revisited. Now, Brideshead Revisited, and I already got one call saying, who wrote the book? What was the woman's name?
I can't remember.
Okay, we're going to get another... We keep forgetting the person's name because I got an evil email I forgot to tell you about. It's based on a novel about a young man who goes to Harvard. And no, it's Oxford.
Oxford or Cambridge, one of the two.
No, it's Oxford. It's Oxford, yeah.
One of the British schools.
Yeah, and he meets this flamboyant student named Sebastian. So... Sebastian,
played by Ben Whishaw from Perfume.
Oh, he was
adorable,
this big,
adorable.
Big. It was sickening. It's like watching.
He's a cutie.
No. It's like watching an Ethiopian. I expected flies on his face. He was so thin. Okay.
He was thin.
He comes from a very wealthy family. So Sebastian takes him. I had forgotten his name.
Thomas Good is the actor's name.
Oh, great. Okay. Anyway, he takes this young man with him to see the house that he grew up in, which is this huge mansion on a sprawling 4,000 acres or something.
Which is called Brideshead.
Brideshead. I'm wondering, okay, who mows that lawn all the time? I mean, there was a lot of lawn. What, they have sheep?
No, the Moroccans maybe. They imported them.
No, that's not till later. But basically, this is a story that's the young man falls in love with Sebastian, but then he meets Sebastian's sister and falls in love with her. But then the whole time you're wondering, is it Sebastian or a sister, or is it just possibly he loves this lifestyle?
Yeah,
and the house.
Right.
And that was actually a real poignant part in the movie when the sister says to him, she says, what do you love more, Sebastian, me, or maybe it's just Brideshead that you're in love with? Because
he keeps making them go back. The children can't stand it.
That's true.
Really,
That's true.
It was delved. They were brought up extremely religiously. Their mother was heavy Catholic, of course. Sebastian being gay, this didn't do too well with him.
Right.
And the sister just didn't want that kind of oppression because she always wanted to be the good girl. Their father actually lived in Italy to escape their horrible mother and to live a freer life. But every time it came down to it, Thomas Good's character wanted to go back to Brideshead and take the kids, his friends, along with him.
Anybody that would let him go back to Brideshead.
Right.
Because he just couldn't show up alone. So,
right.
Yeah. And
the mother kicked him out, so...
Yeah, which was played by Emma Thompson.
Oh, very good.
Very nicely played by Emma Thompson, as a matter of fact.
So he needed one of the siblings to take him back. And the mother kicked him out because he entertained, wink wink, Sebastian and his ways.
Which was, he's a big drunk. They didn't even care about, they didn't care half as much about his homosexuality
they really didn't care.
As he was just a huge drunk. And I mean, to the point of where he'll come walking into a party and, make a fool out of himself, which is, of course, embarrasses the family, especially since they're so religious. So, what? You remembering a moment? Yeah. Okay. But it's a beautifully shot film. The script was wonderful. The acting was all good. It was a little over. It was 2 hours and
20 minutes.
20 minutes, and
which coming from an 11-hour miniseries.
Yeah, that's true. That's another point I forgot to mention. It was actually an 11-hour miniseries back during the early '80s. That was it was on PBS, but I believe it was like BBC originally, and it had Jeremy Irons was the original character, whose name Charles.
It's a little late now.
Okay. Yeah, Charles. Oh, okay.
Thanks.
So, well, at least we got all the names.
That's true.
Yeah.
Except we didn't.
Julia.
What's the mother's name?
Mrs.
Emma Thompson.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So let's see. Once again, hated. Well, not hated Star Wars. It was just.
It's not worth it.
It's Saturday morning cartoon. Blah.
Yeah, and that's what it is. It's a pilot for a cartoon that's coming out on Cartoon Network.
With dialogue that, if it were on Johnny Quest, you would have been shocked. It was so bad. Yeah. It was more like Scooby-Doo kind of dialogue. It was.
It wasn't.
Hey, I should have gotten those rear deflectors done. You think? Oh, yeah, that's real.
Oh, that was the Padawan and
God, that kind of dialogue just... I want to scream.
Yeah, she was sassy. She was sassy.
Tropic Thunder, I liked, not a lot. He hated. a lot. Yeah, do you want to tell them about the film breaking?
Oh! No, we don't have time.
Yeah!
And I hate you for it.
I know you do. Okay, and finally, Brideshead, we both like a lot.
Yes.
See it in the theaters if you can. If not, it'll be on DVD sometime towards Christmas. Don't miss it. So is that it?
That's it.
That's it. Bye!